Good morning. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Tuesday, the 24th of December, 2024. We'll start here with the synoptic. It's midnight last night, one front across the UK. And if we run that through to lunchtime today, this high pressure's moved a little bit more into the Bay of Biscay, and it's blocking these low pressures from coming down over the UK and giving us some high pressure weather. The highest bars have moved slightly apart compared to yesterday. The winds have died down a little bit, and unfortunately, that's bringing us a bit of fog and mist. I'll just run that through at midnight tonight and tomorrow, and you can see that we're expecting a bit more of this high pressure, although the whole thing has moved a long way into Europe in terms of where the high pressure is. There's very little change in the way of the weather over the UK. The sat pic, here we're looking at southern England as daylight's approaching, and we can see there's a fair bit of low-level cloud there across the country. And that's going to be with us for the majority of the day, I would imagine. Very little rain around. Excuse me. And there is a little bit of rain out to the west, over the sort of western counties and southern Wales, and that is gradually going to creep towards the west, but it seems to be fizzling out as it gets here. Odium's METAR is, they've actually got 2309 knots at the moment, 350 meters visibility, overcast at 200 feet, temperature 9, dew point 9, and Farnborough is similar there. If we look at their forecast, the bit to note here is between 9 and 11 today, 3 kilometers in mist, light drizzle, broken at 100 feet. That is a big issue. Spot winds at 1,000 feet to the north of us, 270, 15 knots, to the south of us, 280, 15 knots. Wind days showing around about 9 o'clock this morning, 6 knot westerly, about 1 o'clock this afternoon, and 8 knot westerly. And if we look at the Met Office local forecast for this area, it's fog up until about 10, 11 o'clock, overcast all day, and then going back to mist after the hours of darkness. Winds 7 to 8 knots westerly or west-northwesterly. But the big thing here is looking at the humidity. It's in the high 90s for the majority of the day, which means we're probably not going to fly. GFS are giving us about 8 to 9 degrees centigrade with dew point down at 8. And if we have a look at the camera down Alton, looking back towards Lasham, that was only about 5-10 minutes ago, and it's completely fogged out. Temperature here is about 9.5 with dew point down about 8, just a 1.5 degree split. Sky sight is showing cloud on the ground all day long, and top meteor is showing basically cloud down below 500 feet for most of the day. We can run that through until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it maybe gets up to about 1,000 feet, but that's about it. NOTAMs, and you'll see there's quite a few NOTAMs popping up round about us. So Oakhanger, Butterfield and Welford are all restricted areas which are temporary, and they're to do with the exclusion of UAVs, and you can read more about that on the internet if you look at the news pages. So let's move on then to the local airfield briefing, and we'll start with a look at the Odium cross-section. And you can see we've got this cloud down on the ground right up until about 1 o'clock this afternoon. The only cloud basically goes up to about maybe 600 feet, 700 feet at the very, very most. And as it's getting quite late in the day on Christmas Eve, I doubt we're going to fly today. There was only one booking when I last looked. I think that may have been cancelled by now. There was no other bookings, and everything else was available. The simulator is available as per normal. A reminder about SPL deadlines and the dates. I'm sure you're all aware of that now. So the general situation is an Azores high, which has ridged up over the country, bringing stable weather and light westerly to west north, yeah, westerly winds. I should say westerly there, with a bit of fog and mist. We would have set up on runway 27 today, etc., etc. But I'm not going to go into that because we're not going to go out and fly. That would have been our setup today. So I've just one last thing to say, and that's a Merry Christmas to everyone. I hope you have a great time over the Christmas day and whatnot. Enjoy yourselves, and I'll see you back here on Boxing Day for the next briefing. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.